Divorce is not normally on the mind of most couples when they get married, but according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, 2024, there were about 672,502 divorces in the U.S. in 2022, which equals 2.4 divorces per 1,000 people. The U.S. Census Bureau 2024 also reports that the divorce rate for women dropped from 9.8 per 1,000 in 2012 to 7.1 in 2022, showing that divorce is still common but slowly declining. In Texas, the divorce rate was about 1.4 per 1,000 people in 2021, and about 32% of marriages eventually end in divorce. Family Law TX 2023. This means many children in schools are directly affected by divorce and its challenges.
Divorced families are very common in the US today. These families often become single-parent households or shared custody families, where children move between two homes. Divorce is more frequent among couples who face financial struggles, high conflict, or marry very young. Children in these families may experience emotional stress, less stability in routines, and the challenge of adjusting to step-parents or new siblings. Many divorced families also face economic difficulties, since living on one income can make it harder to pay for housing, childcare, or other needs. Texas boasts one of the lowest divorce rates in the nation. Nearly half of Texas divorces involve children under the age of 18. Contrary to popular belief, Texas's marriage rate is moderate, with a rate of 5.8 per 1,000 inhabitants. One resource families can use is called divorce care, according to their website. Even though divorce care is based upon Christian principles, people from all faiths, and even those who are not religious, have found hope and healing attending. The practical advice from counselors, pastors, and healthcare professionals applies to everyone. Here are some tips for teachers who have children of divorce in their class. According to Extension, a digital magazine by the University of Missouri, they recommend information going home, like homework, needs to be consistent between the two homes. One of the biggest arguments against schools, and subsequently teachers, is that the parent is not getting informed like their ex-spouse. Clear communication will prevent this accusation and ensure that those involved in the student's education stay informed. Extension continues to say, kids that are in divorced families where the fighting between the mum and dad is intense, sometimes bring that behavior to school. It may come out differently at school through inattentiveness, disruptions, tantrums, and more. As educators, when this occurs, we must support the student and put a plan in place. When these types of behaviors occur, as educators, we would like to be meeting with divorced parents together to create a plan. Understandably, we cannot meet with some parents as it is too toxic between them. One parent may be holding the other parent responsible for their child's inappropriate behavior. We have to objectively let parents know that this is what we are seeing at school, and also be giving them some insight into the frequency, duration, and intensity of the behavior. A behavior plan may be implemented to ensure all parties handle the behavior in an agreed-upon manner.
Some recommended reading books include The Life-Saving Divorce. According to the book's website, what is a life-saving divorce? Nearly half of divorces in America are for serious issues. A pattern of adultery, sexual immorality, domestic violence, chronic emotional abuse, life-altering addictions, abandonment, or severe neglect. I call these the life-saving divorces. Book suggestions for children: You Make Your Parents Super Happy, written and illustrated by Ricky K. Chandler, Jessica Kingsley Publishers. The magic in this book is that it starts out grounded in the unconditional love that parents have for their kids, and stays with that love even as it goes on to talk about separation. It's a simple book, but a great start, and one to come back to again and again. And The Invisible String by Patrice Cast. No matter what life event you're experiencing, The Invisible String is a genuinely heartfelt read. The book shows how an invisible string connects us to those we love, even if we aren't with them. Beautifully illustrated, the description of the string is one that a child can visualize and use as a coping strategy.